As if a dire economic predicament, foul public mood and gloomy outlook weren't enough, France now has homegrown extremists to worry about. Short of cash and opportunities, disenchanted French youth are increasingly turning to radical Islam. And as RT's Alexei Yarashevsky reports, stopping the trend is not proving easy.
A recent nationwide police raid on radical Islamist groups in France made headlines, with arrests made in all regions. The youngest suspected terrorist was only 19. But it was not the age which shocked so many.
We've discovered a network of 7 additional people living primarily in Paris, Strasbourg and Cannes. All these people were born in France and are French nationals. They are linked to the radical Islamist movement.
Police say the group was plotting at least 25 terrorist attacks against Jewish organizations and schools, and 8 of 12 detainees were French natives who had converted to radical Islam. Experts say this worrying trend is gathering pace as the financial crisis grips Europe and many youths are finding themselves out of work.
If you come and you say you are excluded and the best way to change your life is to become a Muslim, it will not work with the majority, of course. But they don't need the majority. They need to have permanent flux of people converting. Economic crisis deepening, it will probably create more exclusion and so more people to recruit in the Muslim communities or to convert to radical Islam.
France is no stranger to combating radical Islamist groups. Since the 1950s it has been countering Algerian, Iranian and Lebanese terrorists and more recently Al-Qaeda. But this, experts say, is a totally different matter.
Just like most of Europe over the years, France has grown very successful in reinforcing its borders and preventing most of the threat coming from abroad. But with more and more homegrown radical organizations appearing on its soil, tracking down possible terrorists with EU passports would be very hard, if not completely impossible.
Security services believe for now the situation is under control, as the conversion to radical Islam is still relatively rare. But no one can guarantee it stays this way, as the number of violent incidents by French Muslims is already on the increase.
Our security services are really well experienced to fight this kind of terrorism, and they are watching very carefully the suburbs, the internet, the jail, the mosques, and all the people who are traveling to radical Muslim countries. But this doesn't mean that we will stay safe from any attack.
Security specialists claim many Arab immigrants living in French suburbs have already had a taste of warfare, taking part in different Middle Eastern conflicts over the past decade. As to what could happen if their experience and views are mixed with growing anger of native French youths, perhaps time will tell. Alexei Yarashevsky, RT, reporting from Paris, in France.